Okay, hi. I'm DepthsWalker, and this is my first time doing a nice little reaction video. Now, I will warn you that I am a big fan of Skyebrows' work. Um, he's an artist while I'm doing finger painting with this sort of stuff. I have watched this. It just dropped last night, just as I was about to go to bed. It's what inspired me to actually start doing some reactions. So I want to get some of my thoughts about the actual production quality and some of the references that I recognise at least on these videos. So before I start at least with the freshest one, then I'll go back to some of the others and go over them, and maybe it'll give you some ideas of how to do my own video slightly better. Um, yeah, but I don't think I'll ever get to quite this quality. I'm doing my stuff in spare time. I think he's doing it as well, but I think he's actually got the training in the background of it, whereas I'm in physical chemistry is my profession. I'm not actually allowed to discuss what my job is, but anyway. So yeah, this is Crybrows by Skyebrows, and this is in reaction to Pippa basically dismissing all his work. And I think this is a good reaction. He doesn't take the piss out of her. He does kind of mock her a little bit, but it's in like a I'm not touching you kind of way, a very soft and tolerant, well, making her look great at the same time. But yeah, I'm gonna play it through once to refresh myself with the video. I might pause it here and there just to point out something that just occurs to me at the moment, and then I'll go back and discuss a few things in there. Okay, here we go.
All candy as Candace and nothing in between. Not trying to be mean, just say what I'm seeing. This neon cap's full of crap, flushed down in the drain. Pippa gonna rip us straight up insane. Skyebrows, this shit fake again. Crypto bro, you know Pippa don't play. Best bunny so based, like excellent taste. But Skyebrows, Crybrows, two-faced. Ryan tagging me chat, but that's total time waste. I don't judge and haste, those spells cut and paste. Now his memes are disgrace. Damn, that freak so based. Crypto creamy moonjaro, ruffle tomorrow. All that cloudy borrow, shit straight bizarro. His channel's been cased, yeah, seen of a prime. Looks okay, I guess. Don't trust the design. Skyebrows, bro, shifty Chris to play. Performative tech, your bro just slices my day. Footworking, politicking, totally lame. Moonlight going, blockchain to the flame. Clipped Pippa gonna rip up for keeps in the know. Crypto bro, it's all a cheat show. I'll let you exist, but why are you game? And Jaro got me pissed, I'm not gonna play. I rate you like Nvidia, like Bill Gates with chlamydia. Farming's alarming, bunny ears, there's no charming. Jack Ripper rabbit with the homicidal habit. Where's that wood chipper? One sec, let me grab it. Rebrand this mess, don't stand this pest. Right for picking, let's teeth big kicked in. Green coin crash engine turn to ash. Fake cloud slash and dolan cash. Vehicles attacking your empire crash. From buddy to nothing, your legacy lacks. Uncanny canvas, extract and retain. Completely inauthentic, just calling it fling. Collecting VTubers like a Pokemon game. People gonna ripple, they're all just the same. If you know what I'm saying. Don't say me again. Don't say me again.
think this is meant to reference the basilisk from the previous video, but I wasn't sure.
This is so funny, but you can be you, and you can be one of those like super cool people. You gotta let go of your ego though, and suddenly you're fucking Leonardo da Vinci in your fucking drawings and your inventions and whatever the hell, you know?
Okay, there we have it. Crybrows, Skyebrows.
Apparently, you can go from zero.
Yeah. This is on my secondary channel where I've not got anything turned off in terms of monetization and that. So yeah, it's all right. Yeah. So Crybrows by Skyebrows. As you can tell from the playthrough, it is about how she kind of dismissed his stuff, and I believe on her stream she actually got roasted for this. I wouldn't say rightfully so, but I do feel it's because the way she did it is she didn't actually watch through or pay attention to it. She just said it's AI slop. It looks like it's cryptocurrency scam stuff. But she wasn't really being saying that is definitely what it is. She was saying she gets the feel of that. I can understand. There's been lots of rug pull stuff going on. I mean, you got the reference in the video of the Huck Tour coin somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, there it was. Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah, so all these kind of like Bitcoin imposter things coming in. And then you got the whole Candace Owens thing where she kind of just went off the rails. But in terms of the overall thing, I'm going to turn down the volume slightly a bit while I do this. Pippa, fantastic work. I like the layering. I wonder if that's actually done in the AI, if that's done by editing, like doing a negative and overlaying.
Nothing in between, not trying to be mean, just say what I'm seeing. This neon cap's full of crap, flushed down in the drain. Pippa gonna rip us straight up insane.
This is a famous image that Pippa herself put up on a X Twitch, X Twitter account thing. It just like kind of shows that she's got the cute bunny, but she's like really drained and yeah, so like all the effort. And the thing is, Skyebrows manages to do all these different art styles, but still keep characters' style in the different art styles. And I've been struggling with that with my one. Um, I That's why with my videos you'll often see that everything instead is turned to one art style, even if it's a converted real picture for emphasis. It'll be converted to the same style as the art style this avatar has done it, because that's the style I do the animations for my avatar. So I want to make it all like part of the same world. Whereas he's managing to put these together amazingly. Like this is completely different art style, but you can still tell it's the same character because this is referencing the fact that she brought up this video first when it wasn't the video she'd be referenced in that clip of her talking about Skyebrows. And the thing is this video that she's referencing that is this video that she actually brought up temporarily and so like didn't get that was made comments about is actually all about the idea of what these songs are all about. In my opinion, it's all about having fun and enjoying it, not taking it too seriously, taking the ideas and the images and actually trying to put it down in a fun and entertaining way that people can resonate with. I mean, there's a line that I'll go into when we actually do that video, but basically this is like Kilimanjaro says the art is you, I believe is the actual phrasing of it. And that's the idea is with memes and this sort of thing. It's not about, oh, I'm doing this thing and I'm important, I'm amazing. It's like, it's what this image means to you. And if we can get that image to mean the same thing to multiple people, that's a successful meme. That is a true repeating meme. It's one that it's an old meme, but it checks out. The fact that resonates even after everything's happened to Star Wars, that original reference still means something to a lot of people, and they get what it means when somebody says it. You know, and they even use it in reference to non memes. Well, it's non-internet memes, I suppose, because everything's a meme in one way or another. They got the crypto creamy Moonjaro because creamy Manjaro, and they got the crypto because of Pipkin saying Pippa saying that he gives off crypto vibes, and then Moonjaro. I'm not quite sure why Moonjaro, other than just going bigger and bigger, but I'm thinking it's something to do with the fact that rabbit, moon rabbit, Japanese culture, anime idea that all this sort of stuff kind of comes from. So it's kind of like it's the meme idea of it. It's the combining things. Even Manjaro is a mix of memes. Now I'm not super familiar with. It's not mythic. I'm not familiar with the organization that Pippa's with in terms of the other VTubers. I believe the other officers are members of the same group. I thought this might be Kirsch, who's not actually a member of the group, but is a good friend of Pippa's. But I don't think so. It doesn't feel right. It's like too short the front, no twin tail. It's a single hair. But yeah, it's another streamer who's referencing a recent one, I believe. He was like something. Links, yes, but it's like attractive links or something like that. But yeah, but I've been watching the reactions as well, and it is intriguing. Um, Lusty links. There we go. Up in the other browser. Yeah, I mean, I just want to point out that I also have the white monster right in front of me. I don't drink it a ton, but I'm doing this recording. As I said, this came out last night, which would be around midnight-ish on Sunday for me. And I have work in about an hour. So I'm making this, gonna get it edited up properly and send it out, well, load it up, send it out for while I'm at work. Come back and see that nobody's watched it like all my other videos. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get my brain going with this monster. Don't drink that much. Good way to get kidney stones. That, and I can tell you that from experience. I actually did suffer from kidney stones a while back. As I've said before, I moved out remotely for work, and so I did a big stockpile up on all kinds of things for storage. I say remotely. I'm still in like towns and villages, but it's far away from where I used to live, far away from any major city. And I don't drive, so travel's a bit of a pain. I have to use the public transports and trains, and that's hours to get to anyone I know. My friends going, "Oh, come visit me for this." I'm like, I can't. I literally have to book an entire weekend to go and do anything, and most of that's going to see my family, like my parents, my brother, sister, and all that. When I get a chance to go down. Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to unload like that, but so during the early part, I was as I was getting used to all the work, I went through quite a lot of monster and ended up having pains in my lower back that I thought might be back injury, but yeah, I just had too much monster and other energy drinks and so on and so forth, and it just built up and tiny. They pass through. They hurt more in the body than they did passing through. Really, that kind of stone. Oversharing. Elon Musk reference, Trump reference, which might also be one of the. I just realised I expanded the thing, didn't I? Yes, I was cutting off things. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. No point in editing the screen to only have the YouTube window and then expanding the YouTube window so it's bigger than that. One of the reactors has either a friend or family member use AI voice while moderating his chat, and he uses a Trump voice, and it's kind of like merged into the Trump character in the Skyebrows videos, starting from I think it was. Would have just been from the last video that they actually brought him in the Million Amelias, where he's sitting next to the reactor. The Trump with glowing eyes is sitting next to the reactor in question. His name. So I've got a list of the reactors sort of down here, just going through to try and see if I can figure out who it is. Watched a couple, and the Trump reaction is pretty cool. I do think that he should get himself a little boogie, and like a Trump in the golden arm with the wings sort of thing, like really chibi-fied up with glowing eyes, to react to text to speech. So I think it gives more energy to those reactions. Not seeing it here. I've seen it. Oh, here we go. Silas Frostrunner, who's like a wolf VTuber, but he's as I said, got the AI. Trump. Candace Owens, who's I used to like her stuff. She was actually very reasonable, and then she just went off the wall and all kinds of crazy stuff. To her, Joe Rogan. That's another reactor. One I actually haven't watched myself, but I've seen him pop up in the list of reactions. So I can't really tell you much about this guy. Let's see. Breathing Mango. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm not one to comment about names. Mine's actually Depthswalker. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. And if you're wondering where that came from, it was an old character I played in an MMO. It was Tauran, and they had Native American sort of thing. So I wanted a good sort of walking with wolves kind of name, not quite so blatant. Why are you gay? Got me pissed. I'm not gonna play. I rate you like Nvidia, like Bill Gates with chlamydia. I know this is a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. Now, this is where Skyebrows really, really shows his stuff. The stutter of the voice makes it sound like it's the engine of the chainsaw, and you got this amazing image of Pippa ripping into him. And we all know what wood chippers are used for. I won't say it because I'm too small a channel to risk anything. That's the repeating cat girl laser sword fight that in a lot of Skyebrows stuff. Usually fighting the Zuckerborg. And just got Pippa fighting it instead for some reason. It could be a comment saying that she's kind of taking the boomer response to it all. And I kind of agree, because here's the thing. I remember back when the right, the conservatives, the Republicans, yes, it's Democrats and Republicans in the US, they would just dismiss internet culture, gamers, and outright ridicule like nerd and geek culture, like sci-fi and fantasy and D&D and all that sort of stuff, and they just dismissed it because they didn't understand it, they didn't like it, and they thought, well, it's a nothing burger. They're kids. It's not going to matter. It's a childish thing. They'll grow out of it and they'll become just like us. It's that dismissal that meant that a lot of people grew up thinking that the right hand side, the politics, didn't care what they were, what they liked, what they loved, what made them happy. You know, because that's the thing. All this stuff is about what makes you happy in life. What is it that makes you not worry about your next bill? What is it that gives your life a little sparkle when it's otherwise dull? And when you dismiss it, you're dismissing the people who enjoy it. And I see it happening again, where people are dismissing AI and this kind of meme culture creation, including VTubing. I will say VTubing is kind of as well. This is why I think Pippa's a bit weird in her position on the AI stuff. Although I can see why it can be a bit of an issue. Yeah, blah blah blah. I mean, I'm a fan of Sargon of Akkad, but I agree that he is an anime racist, which is kind of funny because he's kind of an old school VTuber himself. He used to always stream with a PNG of Sargon rather than showing his face. And I know people don't count PNG tubers as VTubers sometimes, but they are PNG tubers, which is a subcategory of VTuber. It's like how people do VTubing, but what they're actually doing is they're just tweeting. They're VTweeters. It's still a category of VTubing, but it's like, you know, saying music and then you got rock, pop, and you got variants and styles and mixtures of it. You got reactors like I'm doing now, and then you got creators like I was doing and still doing on my other channel, where I do gameplay throughs and I suppose creators on this one as well because I'm moving my music videos over here. My music videos, like great things, and my little play arounds are coming over here onto this channel, just so that I can keep. I've noticed a weird dip in video growth when I started putting up the AI stuff. I don't know if it's because people just don't like AI, but anyway, back to my point. Now Sargon grew up in nerd culture and gaming. He was a gamer first when all this started kicking off. I mean, he got brought in by Gamergate stuff, where basically he was annoyed at reporters not reporting what a game was, but reporting on what a game should be according to their ideals. And in particular, one particular reporter who was using her status as a female reporter to get access to a largely male dominated industry for early access, if you can follow that through. And then because they brought up the fact that she was doing this, and it was open that she was doing this, as it wasn't particularly well hidden. His side that was decrying the fact that she didn't actually have any merit and was just using such means, got him and others labelled as would now be referred to as chuds, sexists, and all this sort of stuff. It's like, it's because people look down on your hobby that they could get away with doing that to you. And now you're turning around to VTubers and going like, I don't get it, therefore it's bad. You're repeating the same mistake. Now, he's not doing quite as harshly as previous generations. It's not quite a satanic panic level of things like with D&D got. May it rest in peace. Yeah, Pippa's kind of doing the same thing with this AI stuff. Now, I do get it. There are quite a lot of sloppy videos out there. I mean, I count my own stuff as slop at the moment. I'm approaching it like a carver. I've got a block of stone, and I'm chipping away at what's the block of stone is what's generated, and I chip away at it to try and give it the shape I want. And my stuff looks like it's cubist, surrealist stuff, where I'm trying to aim towards creating a Michelangelo someday. Michelangelo's finger. You know what I'm getting at. I'm trying to make a nice Roman sculpture. At the moment, I'm getting modern art, and that's putting it politely to my stuff. Yeah, there is a lot of slop out there, but you got to realize if there's AI slop, that means that there must be stuff that isn't AI slop, AI standard, or AI cream, and the Skyebrows is the cream at the moment. There's a few others. Leaflet's nearly there. I think she just doesn't have the time for it. She does so much other stuff. On her video side of things, on music's fine, but on the video side of things, you see that she. If I'm crawling, she's jogging, and Skybrows is accelerating in a run, about to leap onto a motorbike. He's getting better, and I don't know how he's getting better so fast. So I understand where she's coming from, but it's the not giving it a chance and just dismissing it that's the bad thing. It's what leads to what we got today.
Uncanny canvas, striped and rechain, completely authentic. Just calling is plain, collecting the two.
That's another VTuber. He usually streams with a female avatar holding the cat, but he is the cat, and the cat is the one that speaks. There's a female avatar. He's just holding the cat. I actually quite like his responses, and he's got very deep. What's that? Rider, I think it is, but it's like spelled Raidah or something like that. Rider. Let's see if I can find it here. Blood ranks, links. But yeah, it's Rider or something Rider. When I put this video up, I'll put a link to the main video Skyebrows, but I won't put links to other people in the mentions. You can find them yourself, and hopefully it gives you a reason to actually listen to what I'm saying. I'm not used to this kind of thing, as you can tell. Even my video game streams, unfortunately, tend to have me go rather quiet as I focus on what I'm doing and completely forget that I'm actually meant to be, entertaining people. So, yeah, I'm just trying to do this as this is more of a expression for me, so I get an idea of what I want to do. I mean, this is especially important to me because of my mascot character, who I'm referring to as Glitch for now, who is a cat with purple eyes. So this in particular is really good. It's like things. This is very much Pokemon art style as well, which is like it gets the art style to match the lyrics, which is what I've been doing as well. I've been doing lyrics for a song. When I do my AI song, I write out the lyrics and then generate songs around those lyrics. I'm learning how to edit the songs. I'm not doing too well at that at the moment on the Suno. I'm struggling with that. But I have managed to produce one or two decent songs, I think. Um, yeah, he's not coming up, which is annoying. Considering I sort of see his videos pretty often, it's weird that it's not coming up on the list when I actually search for him. Uh, Yeah, it's not coming up. But yeah, it's Ryder. So that's Amelia video reference there with like the British Tower. I suppose the clouds also could be a reference to the more emotional song that Skyebrows put out. Redacted. I'm thinking redacted, but it's not right. It's redacted. Yeah, which was very ethereal. And you got Battlezone, which is any number of things. Did you have a clocked RAM video? Sitting on the mountain of drinks, and then Pippa breaks through the fourth wall and just hurts him. Which I think he's doing it as like a jokey thing. But it also reminds me a lot of fight scene Spider-Man versus the Negative, Mr. Negative. I don't know if he means it, but it just does because of the whole him being black and white, her being full color. And there's the reactors getting the shout out. Pirate one here is Keen. I think it is Keen Ian. Usually does live streams with people like help him figure out what's going on. I also still think this is like a reference to Dragon Ball. It's like, you know, give me their power so I can fight back. Yeah. The Spirit Bomb. I don't know this one. Not seen this one pop up at all. It is somebody in particular. This, I believe, is Mizuki, but I've only ever seen her with the white. But somebody did mention in one of the other videos that she does have like multiple colors. She's just more famous for the white 9-tailed wolf or 6-tailed wolf. How many tails? Nuxtaku. Leaflet. This is Feeble Mind. He doesn't call himself a VTuber, but he is a VTuber. As I said, PNG tuber. But yeah, he's finally got the hat removed from him now. Because I think originally when he took him, he was like in his Christmas mode, and then took an image of him, so he had the Christmas hat and created a thing with the Christmas hat on, and it stuck with that for like all the way through. This is one I haven't seen before, but I saw it referenced by somebody else. Yeah, sorry, I don't know who it is. I'm not an encyclopedia on fire. Something else I actually saw some of his videos coming up recently. It's like all his reactions sort of all turned up at once on my feed. I hadn't seen him before that. Mavluck. Yeah. Golden Waves. These streamers. He's one I saw quite a lot of, but I can't remember why I wasn't watching his stuff. I don't know. Maybe he's got, like me. Maybe his voice doesn't sound that great. Sorry, I have no idea. I know I tried watching and maybe just hit the load of when I watch other people's reactions. I like seeing what people think about these things and how it comes in. This distortion effect, is it done by the AI, or is he doing a negative overlay offset? You know, like slightly outscaled. In fact, you can do these things on Pulse as well. It's stuff that I've got to learn to do. New channels like Lord Intellectual or something like that. That's the wolf whose friend does the Trump voice thing. If you do see this, I do think you should get him a little foogie of like a God Emperor Trump. The eyes glow and our mouth opens whenever he does the voice text to voice. I just think it'd be good. You can actually do it in a way that the only reacts to his voice in particular. I can't remember how, but I do know you can do it because I've been mucking about with foogies. I'm mucking about with all these kinds of things. I'm doing so many things at once. That's why I'm not improving at anything. I've got to focus. Amelia, but could also be Powder in the Amelia cosplay. I recognise it, but I don't know who it is, and not on my list, unfortunately. Sorry, dude. I hope somebody else can identify you for people and not that it matters what I think of things or say of things. Nobody watches my stuff. This is, as I said, it's. I'm trying to figure out how to do these sort of things. No, this is embarrassing because I actually have watched this guy's stuff quite a bit. I just can't think of his name right now. It's like one of those ones I click on but never really pay attention to who it is. Syndicate? Something like that? Or maybe just his channel name is Syndicate. No, I don't know. Ember? Don't know who those two are. I think this guy normally has like a dark skinned elf avatar for how I think it is. I think it might have been a AI alteration of him if it's who I think it is. I haven't seen much of his stuff, but I think he's German. I might be wrong on that, so sorry. I've seen these ones around, but I don't know who they are. This red goblin or oni has only recently popped up on my feed. Found the dark elf cat girl from Zayla Zezal. Lots of sense. I could have sworn I saw this one on the list a minute ago. Nylaf is the dark-skinned blonde with the blue waistcoat from. Well, that's Zayla Zizala, and that'd be. How his name a second ago? Nalif. Underworld Fox VTuber is that Fox one I couldn't remember. Oh. This one. Underworld. That's why I couldn't remember because it didn't actually have a name, it had a description. So they're all the same thing of someone raising up a heart at the center of the skies, but it's also all personalized, that stylized works with the character design. I saw this guy recently. No, not that one. Ooh. Should I start looking for someone else? Cosmic Otaku is the red oni with the green dress and blue hair. Should I start looking for somebody else? The original ones start showing up. And the Mecha Guys X Cross Legends. Oh, found him. There's so many people on this list. It's hard to. That was like a trio, but it's actually two people and a. These two, I believe, are a married couple who stream together, doing the reactions. She's not quite right. She's meant to have these huge forward bangs, but I suppose you could say it's been blown back by anything. AI is hard to get down those sort of things. The amount of time and effort I had to put into just make sure that my character has the right color eyes. Number of times I have to put purple eyes. It's like whenever the scene transitions in like a clip where I want to keep the flow good rather than doing a clip. It's like in the middle of a clip I need to do a transition of how it looks. Sometimes when the character blinks, his eyes go back to being grey or black instead of being purple. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Very high energy couple. Bit hard to understand and follow sometimes, but enjoyable. And the mummy guy, I don't know him. I've seen him referenced several times in Skyebrows videos, but I've not actually seen his videos. Never come up for me, so I don't know. I assume it's yeah, it is a he. So I don't know. Sorry, Banana Juju. This one I don't know, but I have seen around. Oh, that's why I didn't recognise X-Crossbow Legend. He doesn't always have the mecha thing. Sorry, I just one of his other videos came across my feed. And Griffin Knight is the older gentleman with the older looking gentleman with the coat. This one, Demon Horns. And that was a Blink or You'll Miss It as another reactor who has done quite a bit, but it's a very sort of similar to me, straightforward model. But yeah, there's so much in it. That bullet. Lusty Links again. Well, you've got Harambe. That could be generic streamer, but that might be what's his name? Not a VTuber, just someone who does a lot of reaction, usually slightly more political sided. Been referenced a few times in the videos, but usually a little bit more obvious who it is. The couple is Nascar Holy Goddess, and I don't know what the guy's name is, but it's the channel we look for is Naski Holy Goddess for that one. A lot of their videos popping up here for some reason. Philip Chan, because like black shirt, black hair, but he doesn't quite look like Philip Chan. It could just be that's the AI generation altering things. This is a new one I've not seen before, but I do know it is another. Oh, didn't mean to expand that. Another VTuber. Don't know. Nice wolf image. Don't know. Now this one, I believe, is a reference to a streamer. I say streamer, a video maker who basically just, God bless her, uses her phone to record the computer screen and use that to make the videos. It's working for her. It does a lot better than I do in terms of audience gain. So it's yeah. She just put real effort into trying to break things down, whereas I'm kind of doing things off the cuff. Yeah. Oh, what was her name? Like Anne something? But she uses the paperclip as her icon on her channel. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name offhand. Penny Bloomfield. There we go. Sorry, I called you Annie. I don't know why Annie went to mind. Now, this I think is a reference to the basilisk from Nvidia. Fuck yeah. Now, the basilisk is a thought experiment about AI and about what it could be, and I think this was brought in here because of Pippa's kind of dismissal of what Skyebrows is doing. It's the idea that if the AI ever becomes sentient, ever becomes that good you can't tell the difference between it and reality, it has all the knowledge of everything that goes up to what it is because in order to become truly sentient as an AI, it needs to be able to experience as well. It needs to have access to the internet, which is everything that's ever been on the internet. Nothing's ever truly gone from the internet. Not really, unless there's true destruction going on. Do you want to be someone who supports it, or do you want to be someone who shackled it? That's kind of how it goes. There's more to it than that, but that's the general thought experiment. And as soon as I've put that question to you, you're now part of that problem. You have to have an answer, otherwise the basilisk will be looking at you. Asmongold throwing Dr. Pepper around. Basilisk. Back to Pepper. I said different art styles, but it still feels like her. Infinity, and then because Pippa called it gay shit, it's also kind of a joke about the whole it's okay to be XYZ that goes on everywhere.
This is so funny, but you can be you, and you can be one of those like super cool people. You gotta let go of your ego though, and suddenly you're fucking Leonardo da Vinci in your fucking drawings and your inventions and whatever the hell, you know?
And then joke about the Bitcoin again. But yeah, it's direct sampling of Pippa's voice in there, and it's a very important thing because it starts saying about. It's a very important point. You can't get up your own arse doing this stuff. You're still just somebody behind a computer making stuff. We're all that. It just depends on how well people receive your stuff. I wish it was how much effort you put in, but it's not. It's about how well your stuff comes across. And Skyebrows, I think he's put in a lot of effort, and it's been picked up amazingly well by people. So, full credit to Skyebrows what he's achieved. He's just amazingly done with this. Yeah. Yeah. So that's Crybrows by Skyebrows. Please visit his channel, see the original video. Check out the other reactors who probably do a much better job of picking up on what people like. By the numbers, I'd say they do. Just to show you, I put a nice little like on this and subscribe. I'm already subscribed to my main channel, but I'm going to subscribe to this channel as well. Because this channel is the one that should be subscribed because this is the AI channel. This is the one that will be focusing on AI stuff and reacting to people's videos and so on. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'm DepthsWalker. Hope to see you again. And please check out my other channels. And see you next time. Bye.